Hey there, Sean Coltis here with Katana, and really excited about two upcoming releases that we have that you're going to be able to really add a ton of value to your clients. We've got forecasting and warehousing with pick and pack. So let's dive into two of these features real quick, and then you can reach out to your partner manager to get a little bit more detail around them. So first, we're going to talk about planning, so forecasting out your inventory. So your client's got all these orders coming in from maybe multiple sales channels, and they have all this demand, but they are struggling to manage their inventory effectively. Maybe they're carrying too much, maybe they're running out and not being able to fulfill some of these orders, and they're hurting their customers' relationship with how they're working with their current customer base. So what they can now do is utilize Katana's planning feature to help ensure that they're carrying the right inventory on hand. So all this demand comes into your sales order screen, and they're going to go and take a look at their planning screen. So on the planning screen here, what we're looking at is a picture of what you're currently carrying in your inventory from an on-hand perspective based on the number of weeks you have a safety stock of inventory in-house. So as we look at these different lines of products, we can see where we stand and how many weeks of inventory we have. And if I wanted to dig into the details around some of these different items, I can go in and click into it and see where the demand is coming from. So I can see currently the present week of inventory, what's expected, what's committed on open jobs, and what's my forecasted consumption. And that's actually the system reading into your average weekly consumption of that product and assuming that you're going to continue to utilize that average. We are actually going to allow or enable the user to also put in their forecasted consumption if they have big marketing plans coming up. They can also dig into what is where that demand is coming from. So what sales orders are making up that demand, what open manufacturing orders are replenishing that demand, or what open purchase orders are replenishing that demand. So this gives you the detailed sort of snapshot of what's going on in your inventory across all of your items. Now, what do you do with that information? Well, let's take a look at a replenishment screen. So with the replenishment screen, it allows us to see all those different items that we might need to buy or that we might need to make, and then make a decision on what we're going to do. And the system helps identify what we should prioritize by saying, hey, what do I need to do ASAP? What do I need to go and make? What do I need to go and buy based on the lead times from those vendors, as well as how long it'll take me to produce something to get those into stock to fulfill those orders. And if I right away, the system's going to say, hey, when you should go and purchase that or when you should go and make that. So right here, I can go and buy it. If it's a purchase component, I can go and make it. I can select multiple components at the same time and say, hey, let's go and make these and create one manufacturing order out on the shop floor that I can go and replenish my inventory for items that I currently make. So that's our planning and forecasting tool that's coming out shortly. I'm really excited for that to hit the product and allow you to go to your customers and introduce how they're going to better manage their inventory. The second feature I wanted to bring up was the picking and packing functionality. So now customers will be able to go in and for items that they want to go and have their employees barcode scan right on the shop floor so that they can pick those or utilize their phone to pick items. They can go in and if you have the inventory in stock, they can say, hey, let's go and pack these items. So the items that they say, hey, let's go and pack, that'll actually go once they convert over to pack, that'll create on the employee's task list, which can be on their phone or their device, a list for them to go and start picking. So we can see those items that I just said pack now have been added to my pick list. This often will be utilized in sort of a mobile format or on some form of a tablet or even a computer, and you can work with this directly on the device or you can utilize a barcode scanner. So I can click into here. We can see the bin location I need to travel to. So this is B2, and I can hit start task, and that indicates that I'm ready to go and start picking this order. I can then click into the item, confirm the quantity, so I can edit this quantity if it's a smaller quantity or larger quantity that I'm picking from inventory. And then I can hit confirm quantity, and that's going to identify that I've now completed that particular task, and that item or that sales order has now been picked and is ready to go to our packing